Monsieur Wanling.
Question 18.
So, Speaker, since the progressive wage mark's launch in January 2023, more than 3,600 firms have been accredited with the PW mark. MOM encourages service buyers to procure from PW mark accredited suppliers. However, MOM does not track the number of service buyers that have chosen to do business exclusively with companies accredited with the PW mark. Nonetheless, based on our recent business sentiment survey, 9 in 10 businesses polled indicated that they will prioritize purchases from corporate suppliers with the PW mark in support of our low-wage workers. As a major service buyer, the government has taken the lead in making the PW mark a contractual obligation for tenders since 1st March 2023. This requirement will be extended to include government quotations from 1st March 2024. Uplifting low-wage workers is a whole-of-society effort. We urge all employers to pay progressive wages to their low-wage workers and to apply for the PW mark if eligible. We also encourage service buyers and consumers to do their part by purchasing from PW mark accredited companies where possible.
Monsieur Wanling.
In the successful rollout of PWM, it is important that service buyers embrace revised wage ladders set out by the Tripartite Committee. It is very heartening to note that the take-up rate has been healthy for the PW mark. How many employees does this translate to, and the percentage of 20th percentile and below worker segments? I also note what SMS had mentioned, that the government had taken the lead in requiring for PW marks for suppliers and subcontractors in new government tenders. What about, in the same vein, will they also take the lead in starting the renegotiation process for existing contracts, especially for the long-term contracts, which can extend up to 10 years? Additionally, there has been some feedback that some service buyers have asked for service providers to pass on or share their PCWS credits that the service providers receive during the renegotiation process. While this advisory shows that the practice is not supported and that PWCS support should instead be made transparent by service providers in the negotiation process, what pragmatic steps is the ministry taking to safeguard service providers against such requests in the process of renegotiation?
SMS Zaqy.
So to the members' first supplementary question on how many workers are covered. So earlier I mentioned that we've got more than 3,600 firms that are accredited with PW mark, and that collectively hire approximately 56,000 low-wage workers. So if you think about the percentages, in the 2021 Tripartite Work Group report, we sized the low-wage worker segment to be about 283,000 workers. So this is about 20% of the total population, which I think is encouraging given it's been implemented just for the first few months. Secondly, as the government has also put in place requirements for contract obligations for firms who want to tender and subsequently in future to quote as well to government. This will hopefully drive more adoption, but I think this is an encouraging sign. To the members' question on contract renegotiations, really for the big picture, these are commercial negotiations, and therefore the government does not intervene in contracting. I think that has to be the principle. However, on the government procurement, I think we are largely aligned with the tripartite advisory, so the terms, conditions, and the advisory given for the tripartite partners is quite clear, and therefore we encourage and we certainly will make sure that our government agencies abide by it and support this. On the question relating to long-term contracts, and some of these unscrupulous practices, I suggest that the tripartite advisory is an agreement made between the government, the union, labour movement, as well as the employers. So, if there are specific cases, I recommend the NTUC or the member surface them to us so that we can look into them and advise accordingly. Thank you.